Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, Saturday here in Guatemala City. I got up early because I was cooped up in the house all day yesterday and I wanted to get my steps in. It was a complete washout, a rain out yesterday because of the remnants of Hurricane Lisa that was passing through the Caribbean. So today they're calling for almost 100% rain again. But I see a little sun coming out, so there's a glimmer of hope. We'll run a few errands. I'll introduce you to a few more places here in my beautiful Guatemala City, which I love and adore. And I guess that's about it for now. See you back at the house. This is an uphill climb. That walk was a bit more challenging than I anticipated. The neighborhood where my cousin lives here, it's called San Rafael. I don't think there's a flat street other than in front of his house in the entire neighborhood. I mean, everything's downhill, uphill. Good training in case I climb a Catenango. In case. I think I'm going to try to do it this year. We'll see. I think I need a coffee. So it appears they're a little bit more relaxed on filming. Last time I was here, I had to go get a special permission, and it was just ridiculous. I think it's probably because I'm using my cell phone now and not my professional camera. So that's a good thing. Merry Christmas! Yeah! So this was the favorite restaurant of my grandfather, who was from Leon, Spain. This obviously is not the original location. He had an apartment in Zone 1, and I remember as a boy he would take me there to go have lunch with him. Fond memories.
Just wandering around Cayala, I discovered it had its own food court called the Mercado Gastronómico, where you could grab a quick snack from this little chicken bus called the Chucherrito, or opt to head inside and visit his bigger cousin for some bar fare and some cold gallos. And if you wanted something to nosh on with that cold gallo, the food market had great options, like the Oh La La crepe stand or La Trampa ceviche. There was even a bistro for chucos, and of course, lots of bar spots.
Everybody's so friendly here. There it is. My wife and I. This is the McDonald's in Zone 10. Now, probably you're asking, why in the world would he showcase McDonald's on a trip to Guatemala? Well, let's go inside and I'll show you why. Although I love Guatemalan food more than anything else in the world, sometimes you want to taste a home. And where is everything exactly the same? It's McDonald's. That's why they're so famous, because they're consistent no matter where you go. And one of the things I cannot get in the States is a double Big Mac. So I said, what the heck, I want to have my one gringo American meal and indulge myself. Big Mac double. Totally gluttonous, 4 beef patties. Totally unhealthy, but you know, you only live once, and sometimes you gotta treat yourself. So the Camino Real is one of those classic, goes back, I don't know how many years, maybe one of the oldest hotels here in Guatemala, but it's sophisticated, ultra swanky. My parents would bring me here as a child, and we would stay, and we would hang out by the pool. You see the pool is such a beautiful pool, and I felt like so special. And then when I got older and was able to make my own money, for years I stayed here at the Camino Real because it's the epitome of luxury, old world luxury I would call it. As you can see from the chandelier and the glass roof there, it's full of marble, very beautiful hotel. The hotel is part of the Westin chains, and you know, they always have new art, beautiful art, like these guys, you know, rappelling down on the rope here, and this painting, gorgeous painting. So, and there's even a casino here, but it's held the test of time. And I would stay here any day. But, you know, I like to explore new things. Last time I was here with my mother, we sat right here and had coffee. So, brought me a little sadness right now. But I have a picture of her sitting in that chair right there, sipping on a cup of coffee, waiting for me, with her classic hat. She loved hats, and so this hotel brings back a lot of memories for me, for sure. They even have the street named after them. So these green, kind of turquoise colored marble sidewalks you find all throughout Zone 10, Zona Viva. Brings back a lot of memories, very nostalgic. I haven't seen these type of sidewalks with this material anywhere else. They're beautiful, but what I will say is when it rains, you better watch yourself because they're slippery as hell. You'll also find a lot of old homes. This used to be where the very wealthy originally lived in Zone 10. Now most of them have been converted into restaurants and businesses, and but they're gorgeous, they're beautiful. Decided to come down here to Fontabella. I'm going to pick up a few cigars, and later tonight I'm going to get together with my cousin Paul to watch the Ravens game. And this is my favorite spot to buy cigars in Guatemala, La Casa de Tabaco. Eso es. So this is where I always come and pick up my cigars. They have a great selection, amazing selection. You can get all kinds of Cuban cigars, Dominican cigars, Honduran, Nicaraguan. I'm a bit partial to the Dominican, to tell you the truth. And they have a double humidor, so the other side, I think that's where they keep. I do like the Bolivar, and I do like the punch, the Cuban punch cigar. The Bolivar, that's my favorite. And the punch. Lucky day, they have them both. Here, I have my selection, the punch, and the Bolivar. So I came in for a quick shave, one of the things I love to do here in Guatemala because they're one of the few places that, like the old days, does your beard and cleans it up and makes it look nice and neat. And now I'm having, unexpectedly, this nice facial. I think I'm really enjoying these little trips to the barber. I'm probably getting my beard cut more than I need to tell you the truth.
Y siempre hay cosas extra, como ese mensaje.
Always, I got a great haircut here in Guatemala. Thank you, Cesar. And
Okay, Haroldo.
Haroldo, miren. When I saw that beard, I knew I had to come and get my beard too. Here. All right. Bye, everybody. Good morning. It's Sunday morning here in Guatemala City. I got a little bit of a late start today, 7:30 in the morning. Kind of lounged in bed, looking at the cell phone. Habit I have to get out of. Have to break that habit. Anyway, it's cloudy, as you can see. Very sort of unusual for November, I think. Last year, when Monica and I were here in November, Guatemala is famous for its November skies, and all the rains tend to pass in October, by the end of October, around there. That's why you get cheap cruise tickets during October, because it's like hurricane season, right? So anyway, these hills here, they make me out of breath a lot. So we're gonna go for our walk this morning. Yesterday, I hit almost 26,000 steps because I took a second walk with my brother Raul, and then I walked around Cayala, as you saw. So beautiful. All the Christmas decorations, the way they dress up, the energy. It was very peaceful, very nice, very nice. So let me get this walk in, and hopefully I survive these hills, and I'll see you back at the house for breakfast. All right. Since my cousin's feeling a little under the weather today, I'm having breakfast by myself, but Christina has prepared everything that I requested, that I like, and take a look at this spread. It's pretty good. Here comes my second egg. Yay! Gracias, Christina. So one fruit that you must try whenever you come to Guatemala is the jocote. Not sexy like the rambutan, but don't let its looks fool you. What it lacks in good looks, it more than makes up with flavor. It's juicy, kind of a cross between a mango and a pear, I guess, something like that. Looks like a giant cherry tomato, right? I eat these every day when I'm in Guatemala. Oh. Man, you gotta eat these and you gotta try them next time you visit Guatemala. Delicious. Video on Felipe's back. You are such an intelligent dog. So we just visited a new project of my cousin's. These are new bodegas, as they say in Spanish, warehouses that they're building. You saw the drone shots there, you can see above us. Here we are outside what used to be Aluminio Saldanha. There are warehouses here. We're trying to get in touch with the guard here to get inside. This is the old warehouse of Aluminio Saldanha. So this is really the company that started it all with my family here in Guatemala, Aluminio Saldanha. All the credit to the founders, my uncle Raul, who has since passed away, and my aunt Norma, who's the powerhouse, the force behind this incredible business that really provided for her family, her children, and it came out un éxito, as we say in Spanish. Todo listo. Vamos. My cousin Raul, the entrepreneur that always, with new projects here in Guatemala.
Always trying.
Always trying. The more we try, the more we have a chance of succeeding, right? That's the way it is. Coming home from visiting the bodegas, look what I have waiting for me. My favorite steak of Guatemala. You all know what it is. And aquí está haciendo tortillas. Hey, look how my cousin lives, like a king. I am very happy being here and to be with my family, to feel supported and wanted and loved. Yes.
Always.
And look at this. Oh, you guys know what that is. Pollazo. And we're off to Emilio's for some pollazo. Ahí está Natalia. Gracias. ¡Qué mundo tan chiquito! They wouldn't let us sit at the bar at the steakhouse, so they mandated us to the sushi bar. We came inside and ran into Natalia, family members, and so it was a nice surprise. So anyway, here we are at El Tigre Sushi, and what a coincidence, they wouldn't seat us at the steakhouse, which we're going to try. It's called Emilio's. I always go to Donde Miguel's, but Donde Miguel's has come down a little bit. So my primo told me, you want to go to a great steakhouse, you're going to Emilio's. But first, sushi. Salud.
Salud.
En Guatemala en cocina fusión. Camarón crocante, aguacate, por fuera lleva mantequilla de cangrejo, escalopas, derretimos una mantequilla y luego le colocamos un cartobuchi de parmesano.
Guatemala is such a small world. You run into everybody when you come out to a restaurant. We are at Don Emiliano's, and there's only one thing. There's Lomito. Lomito Prime. Pero es el pollazo. Ahí cambió. De servicio. Un triple pollazo. Home run. Hola Cristina, por eso estoy caminando tantos pasos, matándome todos los días por la comida de Cristina. Ah, sí, solo quiero ver. Voy a poner mis lentes. Eso es todo. Bueno, solo puedo decir, alguno de ustedes pueden lavar trastos. Things you have to do when you come to Guatemala is get yourself a proper shoe shine. It's a nice little treat here in Guatemala City, and they do the best job you could ever imagine, as you can see.
While it's always hard to say goodbye to Guatemala, it's even harder to say goodbye to family. Thank you so much for the wonderful weekend and for all your hospitality. I love you, Primo.
Come on, Cleo. Come say goodbye. Come on. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'll see you when I see you next time. My little lamb. Uh-oh, here comes the jealous one. Cleo. Okay, you do. All right, I love you, Cleo. I wish I could bring you to the farm with me.